Yeah,
this is the last fucking time.
We've done this a million times, and people still can't understand that we have said this and gone through it in detail a million times.
They're trying to get Sid pissed at me. Sid already knows everything that I did. I was completely transparent with everybody that is sitting in these boxes other than May, because she wasn't around for that with me. But Roxy, Sydney, Rachel, Albino, all of them, they all know everything that I had to do with. I was 100%
Sydney, I'm not a mod on this account.
And I did not put that shit out there. So try again, Lindsay Lou. I want you to come in here and talk to me. Come on in.
Yeah, it's the deflection for me. It sounds like why are you going to put that on someone else if you weren't even fucking part of it or did anything? Why are you going to blame somebody else? I mean, it sounds pretty fucking deflecting and guilty to me.
Lindsay wasn't even a part of any of that. Why is she speaking on it? She doesn't know anything.
I really do get in boxes is when I'm drunk.
So I really think that's Lynn's Lou's problem is she wanted to be part of the inner circle so bad and got and like
she got refused.
Do you guys remember when? Do you guys remember when I blocked her the first time because I said she was moving funny?
Yeah.
And then she started talking shit about me, and I have no idea why, because I ain't never done nothing a day to that girl. And I believe she sent me multiple corgis to shake my ass. Has she not? So you don't like who, Lindsay Lou?
Ooh, do y'all remember when y'all were having a live? I don't remember who hosted the live, but it was on this side. Y'all were hosting a live, and she was in a box, and it was something to do with Nicole and clearing up something with Nicole. And Nicole hopped into a box. Do y'all remember that? Mm-mm. It was a while back. It was like months and months and months back.
Yeah, I know. I smoked too much weed, maybe, for all that.
It was months back.
She did just say
I remember when Nicole got in a box.
And Lindsay was in a... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, before you said that, she said the only time she gets in boxes is when she's drunk. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, she claimed she was never in that box when Nicole came into the live and got in the box, except for she was. And that's why her friend Kelsey stopped talking to her.
Wow.
But she claims it never fucking happened. That's the proof that she wants. She wants me to show her the proof on that. Bitch, I shouldn't have to show you the proof on what the fuck your drunk ass does at night. I know. Fucking stop drinking. Keep up with it.
That's what I was about to say. Quit drinking and hopping in boxes. You might remember the shit you do.
Yeah, they say don't drink at TikTok.
And tell me and show me when I...
Excuse you.
You're cutting out, Jeff.
Off the table.
Did it opposite.
So now they threw Camo in a jump chat saying that Camo that you were okay with it previously.
A jump
I didn't know all the details to it, and all I said to them was, you know
A
what?
jump chat does not count as one that was already created prior to not having a friendship, you stupid people. A jump chat is what Maddie tried to do last night behind the fucking Silly Girls / Piggy Corn / Anon / Wreck-It fucking crew. That's a jump chat. That was fucking comical because y'all's bitch asses fucking kicked us all out of there because you fucking wimp ass bitches.
And
how you gonna create a jump chat and then kick us out of our own fucking jump chat? Like how the fuck? That's like showing up to a fight and going, nah, never mind.
Right, but that chat was made months ago.
Matter of fact, inside of there, Camo's sending me stuff about Mac.
Yeah, and all his charges and everything.
Nope.
Saying she hopes that he drops the soap and gets nailed in the butt.
Oh yeah. Shit. Listen, Camo needs to step the fuck all the way back because we got a lot of shit.
That chat was made in relation to
y'all
the
do know
shit.
Camo was one of the people who ran to Mac for protection. She need to sit down and shut the fuck up. This bitch.
What'd you say, Rachel?
I said
this bitch. This is what I think is funny. Oh, he's great when you need fucking protection, but he's a horrible person when he won't fucking protect you. Shut the fuck up, Camo.
Hold on, man. Let Rachel talk.
No, I was just saying that chat was made in relation to the Dawn shit. And there was like 2 messages in there and a phone call. The messages that were sent was Camo sending information that we did not ask for and had nothing to do with the reason that we were speaking to her.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Camo inserted herself in that Dawn shit.
Yes.
Yes, because she sent me a message saying that she knows what Dawn's charges are, and it doesn't look good. So then I sent her several messages asking for the information, and she wouldn't give it to me because I think that she didn't have it. I think she lied about it, and she didn't have it because she would have never show it to me.
She done
I could tell you right now, Mac's response to the Sydney situation was, is he on the fucking app? He said no, or I said no, and he said, then it ain't my fucking problem.
And Camo can try to spin it how she wants and say, oh, I didn't really know what was going on, I think is what she said in that recording. I told him I just didn't want a part of it. You are a damn lie. You
Camo,
were
it
told
popped up in your
detail
lives.
multiple times what the situation was. You were speaking to Sydney and Roxy privately off the app, and you most definitely said that it was not right, that people were coming after you, and that people need to leave you alone. So don't spin it to fit what you wanted to fit now.
And Sydney, I'm gonna need to know what recordings were put in there, if she's put recordings in, because if they're passing,
I'll go get them real quick. It wasn't recordings, but I'll go get them and send them to you real quick.
It was
because there's recordings that are actually part of an open.
They were just screenshots of
that are being sent around, which that person has already been told. Yeah, that person has already been told by the prosecution and by the law that she better stop her shit, because it is actually illegal to be passing around evidence that's part of an open case.
Well, so also about Camo, Camo held multiple lives defending Sydney. The first live, we were all in there talking about it because Sydney had called us out about it, right? We were in Camo's live. Camo held multiple lives after that with Sid and Roxy.
Sure did.
All of us speaking on it, and said, this is what she said verbatim. She said, I don't care what his charges are. That has nothing to do with me. I support Sid, and he's not on the app, so it doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
Camo.
Camo,
do you remember when you came? Just a second, Mama. Do you remember?
Go ahead, Roxy.
Do you remember, Camo, when we were in the live with you, and I was talking to Jess, and we weren't getting along or whatever, and it was in your live. We were doing it in your live, and Rochelle came in and showed that picture of Sydney's ex, and what did you do? You kicked her out of the box. You kicked her out of the box.
And right or wrong, Roxy, didn't Camo know what his charges were?
Yes, she did. She said that she looked them up and it didn't affect her.
Yes, and she tried to say she wasn't aware of anything. She didn't even know what he had done. That's what
I'm gonna go back over this. I'm gonna do this.
But hold on, Sydney. Here's another one. So the only time I ever spoke in a live about this was in the comment section of Wreck-It, when Rodeo Mom started sitting with Wreck-It, right? Because Rodeo Mom didn't have a fucking problem with it either until she started sitting with fucking Wreck-It, and then tried to play off she didn't fucking know. So I went into the comment section and I told all of them that fucking bitch has known for fucking months this whole oh, I didn't know that bullshit is bullshit, because she absolutely fucking knew.
She did.
She absolutely didn't have a fucking problem with it until she started sitting over there with Wreck-It.
Sydney held like a 4-hour live where we went through every detail of how this happened from the beginning to the fallout of the Savages. I mean, literally everything. She showed messages, proof, the whole nine. We've done this time and time again.
I think it's on the old Karma T page. It's all on the old Karma T page. Maybe even on the current Karma T page. I'll have to ask her.
I'll have to see if I can find that recording, because I usually, when I go into the comment section of one of their lives, I turn my recorder on. So I'll have to see if I can find that recording of when I outed Rodeo Mom for already fucking knowing.
I remember Meme doing it, and I was like, yeah, Rodeo Mom already fucking knew.
She knew because Gro and Nicole had done it.
Yeah,
So
everybody
she
saw
knew
that.
about it.
Wreck-It saw it. Everybody saw that.
And they
girl
didn't
Nicole
care that we
Druggy.
were over there. They sure didn't care that we were over there gifting them and giving them stuff. They didn't care about that.
So I'm gonna go through this one more time because it's the last fucking time I'm doing this. Okay. So when all this information was dropped out on my ex, it was dropped October 24th of 2023 by gross, ugly ass bitch, built like a motherfucking cardboard box.
And we were
Bitch,
all in that live, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, we were all in there because she wanted all of us savages, the original savages, wanted in there to watch. Me and my mom were gonna go in there and talk to that little ugly bitch. Okay?
Because
And
that was the day the protection order was up.
we were gonna go in there and we were gonna try and squash shit. Like we were going in there for a good reason. And we already knew how she was gonna be. She got mad because she didn't like how it was going or whatever, or something like that. She didn't like how she was getting called out. So then she dropped, well, you're fucking a pedophile. Okay. So at that time, I absolutely was. I was in a relationship with that guy. And I'm not going to deny that. I'm not lying. I don't have no reason to lie to nobody. So at that time, I was in a relationship with him. That is the last day our relationship stood as a relationship. After that, we weren't together because how he doesn't, you know, like he's not on this app, and he was not about people attacking him or any of that. So
You don't have to explain the reason, baby. I will.
but he does, like, what I'm trying to say is he's not on this app. So that's why we broke up, is because people attacking him and getting
brought his
all
shit
that
to
other
the app.
shit. Yeah, that he's not even a part of. And he don't understand that he wasn't dealing with it. So we broke up. It was a sad time for me. That was like the tip of that. Then Sarah and fucking rockin' rodeo princess hoe Bumpy Butt were the ones who exposed it next. Sarah told me that if I went live about anything that happened in the group, I believe actually Rodeo went live first about it before this. Rodeo went live first and was saying that I was sleeping with a pedophile, and I was like, then is when I started saying he's my ex-boyfriend. He's my ex-boyfriend. Not even a current. Not a current. You're talking about my ex. Then, after that, and it was on Reddit, Sarah told me if I go live about anything that happens in the group chat, she will go live and release personal information I don't want out on the app. The only things I didn't want out there were anything about my ex or anything about my brother, which everybody knows now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Right? So I was like, well, what could she possibly release? That's when all the savages fell out, because then they were telling me that they couldn't support somebody who was with a pedophile or somebody who supported a pedophile, and I understand that. However, what I did in my life off this app is not anybody else's business. And
Repeat that for the ones in the back.
Savages. What, Mom?
Repeat that for the ones in the back.
And what I do off this app in my private life is nobody's fucking business. So when all this, and I told, there was phone calls, there was lives, and there was anything else. Well, Sarah and her husband Chris had been hinting in their lives that they were going to drop something, right? They were been hinting and beating around the bush, and I'm like, I'm not liking this. They were blackmailing me with the information. If you don't do this, I'm going to do this. That's blackmail. I'm sorry, but that's blackmail.
Or if you do this, I'm going to do this.
Yes.
And let's be clear here. The whole time all that was going on with Sydney, I left the Savages back in September due to issues with Sarah and Chris and starting shit and telling people who they could be friends with and things like that. But the whole time they're doing all this to Sydney, they're making fake accounts and trying to put those fake accounts on Dave. I wish I still had the screenshots, but they were telling me to unalive myself and all this and that. Like, it was, they're sick individuals.
Yeah. And then I believe I caught them all in Camo's live, all the savages. Something had went down, and I was like, no. We're not going to keep blackmailing me. It's been weeks since I've I'm sitting waiting for them in case they misunderstand anything I say in my live, and they decide all of a sudden they want to start talking shit. So I said, no, I'm taking the leverage away. Caught them all in Camo's live. I said, I'm going to host a live. Everybody come to my live. If you want, and Camo said, no, it's fine. You can do it here. So
And this was the first part of November.
Yes. So I did. And I called every single one of the savages out for it. I called her out too, called all the original savages out. Camo said she already looked into it and that she said it was nothing for her to worry about because he's not on this app. He's not actively offending and he's my ex. I'm not even with him. But even if I was, he's not on this app. He's not actively offending. It's nobody's fucking business.
And Sydney, real quick, let's not forget the part where that was at the time when didn't Leanne and Sarah go to Camo and Camo looked up his charges. So yes. She was well aware of his charges when she said she was in support of Sydney.
Yes, she was well aware. She had read through the charges. She had read through everything and said it is not anyone's business what I do off this app. I'm a grown-ass adult. What I do is my motherfucking business. No, nobody pays my bills. Nobody's fucking me. Nobody's financing me. Feeding me, financing. No, none of you doing it. And so then
I wanna be.
oh fuck.
You done got set off track, Albino, damn it.
I got a text message. Sorry. I got a text message about something. I forgot. I gotta do something. But
Sydney, can I interrupt you for 1 second?
yeah, go ahead.
Can I get like 10 minutes with you sometime today?
Jizzy,
Yes.
can you answer this question real quick? Didn't you know about Sydney's stuff when you were talking to Sydney?
Yes.
I was just getting ready to go to that in just a second, Mom. I was just getting ready to go to that in just a second.
Okay. I'll wait.
Yes, Giselle. Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I was just getting ready to hit that point with her in just a second. Fast forward, okay, November. I believe we even had a 4-hour call. I was friends with Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
We had a 4-hour call. Jess, was that Thanksgiving? Around Thanksgiving?
I think it was around Thanksgiving.
I think that happened shortly after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I know we did have a call on Thanksgiving, me, Mom, and Jess.
Yeah, y'all did. Because I spoke to Jess first that day, and then I told y'all that she wanted to talk to you, and I think y'all had like a long conversation, just you, her, and your mom.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when she recorded me, Jess. I'm putting it out there.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, because I've already owned it, so y'all can put whatever you need to out. I don't care. It's fine.
And that's when Jess played the live or the recording or whatever, and I ain't even mad at her, so don't even come at me or come at her or say anything. Well, she did this and blah blah blah. I already know what she did. Before we became friends again. I know what she did because she came clean about everything.
I did,
just like we did,
and
because we had a very good friendship. Very good friend. We still do.
So we had a 4-hour conversation. We went into Maddie. I even believe Maddie was saying it's nobody's business what Sydney does off this app. I believe even Maddie said that.
Oh, Maddie has said that multiple times. That
I have the recording still said.
Yeah.
It's funny they're changing their tune now, but So both of these people said it's nobody's business, right? So then fast forward now, okay? Because now I'm sitting with Grow and Nicole, right? And then all of a sudden one day I'm in a live. I know the night before Grow and Nicole drugged me, I was live and Grow was in there. We were talking, blah, 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 cutting it up. I also was in support of Goat, which I don't have an issue with Goat. He hasn't done anything to me. I haven't done anything to him. No issues with Goat. But, and I had said that I thought it was fucked up that Rockin' Bumpy Butt was out there at the bar while that motherfucker had a heart attack. I thought that was fucked up. You're supposed to be his girl, whatever you are, and you're out here partying, drinking while he had a heart attack? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy to me. And so I told Goat, because he said, your name, you were saying my name in your live yesterday, like, what for? And I explained to him, he goes, oh, I'm cool with that. You know, he goes, no issues there. I was like, yeah, like it wasn't nothing bad or anything like that. And he goes, yeah, I agree. And then he said, but hey, wait, before you drop out of my box, Grow and Nicole need to talk to you. They've been looking for you. And I was like, this is odd. So then they talked to me. That's when the shit came out about my ex, which here I'm going to correct some shit because I've gone back and looked. Okay? Savage, you lying little hoe. Let me correct you. Okay? He's on the registry for 25 years, not a lifetime. And he's damn near halfway done. Not a lifetime. 25 years is not a lifetime. Next. Not my boyfriend. I don't know how many times I have to bring this out here. He is not my man. I am not with him. I'm very much single. I'm single, ready to mingle. Not my man. I don't live with him. He is not my man. You guys do know I have drafts from when I was at his house. I do. And I'll post them if I want to. What the fuck are y'all gonna do about it?
Can I just throw in there that you're single by choice?
Dirty Lane.
Yes, I choose to be this way.
Yeah, you're not single because no one wants to date you. You're single because that is what you are choosing to do at this point in your life.
And Sydney, you do actually have other friends too.
Excuse me, I am going to need her to get off that single word because she is not single. She has got a bunch of fucking girlfriends.
Forgot about that part.
Well, that's the thing, though. Well, that's the thing, though.
A life sentence in prison. He's not. He's not
Sydney,
in prison.
Sydney isn't the type to be tied down. She like all the girls.
He's not in prison. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's fine, but
on the registry is different than prison. He's not in prison. He's very much out. Doing his, you know, and what's crazy is like people can talk about me all they want. They have no reason to attack him because you're not going to run him off the app. So what are you raising awareness about? He's not on this app. What are you going to
say? You can't run somebody off the app that's not on it. Dur.
You can't. You know,
right at that point. At that point, it does just become harassment.
Yes. And that's all it's been this whole time. Everybody's been harassing me with the registry. Camo, you dumb fat lip bitch. You didn't even pull up the right house. Stupid ass.
I love you, Amber.
Didn't even pull up the right house.
God forbid her from ever becoming law enforcement. She gonna be sending the popo to the wrong house, and it's gonna cost so much.
I do have a question, but I forgot it because I'm elevating. But wait, hold on, it'll come back.
And you know what? And another thing that's just fucking absolutely absurd to me, is you're mad. The whole internet is turned because I said I love him. I will love that guy till the end of time. You know why? Because I love the man that he is. I love the person that he's become. And I'm proud of him for how much he's changed for him, for his family. I am proud of him. I grew a friendship with him. And that ain't going nowhere. I don't care who likes it and who doesn't. That's nobody's business. My friends are not anybody else's business.
Oh, yeah. And you all want to say, I have a question. Y'all don't think Sydney moved out? Y'all don't think Sydney could have her own place?
So you assume
just because we didn't post it on here, just because we did not post it on here, does not mean that Sydney did not move out. What happens in our private life stays in our private life. So keep going with that.
Wait, didn't you say the other day, damn it, I should have grabbed some of those noodles? You have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Why would you need to grab noodles at Sydney's and take them to your place if y'all live together still?
Right?
Facts.
You couldn't possibly move out? Like, that's not possible? I'm 23 fucking years old. Fuck yeah, I want to move out. I got a kid. I want space, baby. I want space. And again, Maddie, if you lie again and tell this internet that I signed my rights over, Camo, I think I heard it come out of your mouth, actually, but I believe you got it from Maddie, who got it from Roach, who does not know a motherfucking thing about me. I can debunk every motherfucking thing that bitch says. Any day, all day, every day. Now, I have not signed over my rights. I am the only one with rights to my son, and my whole group can clarify that.
Yep, facts. That's
And let's
fucking facts. We see
A
Benny
hundred
on
percent.
a daily fucking basis. We see Benny every single day.
And he's
let
well
me
taken care
just
of.
say this. Let me just say this, okay? Sydney has a very good reputation with her baby daddy. And Sydney and him are able to work out custody arrangements and visitation and all that stuff without the court involved. Take lessons, you old ladies, because a lot of us have had to have the courts come in and say when someone can see their kids and when someone can't see their kids, you know?
You know,
So I'm just saying, take advice.
my baby daddy and I work very well together. I'm not in a relationship with my baby daddy, nor will I ever be. I don't want to be. It was, listen. Yeah, I was hot in the pants. You heard? I was hot in the pants. You know? But I'm not gonna be with my baby daddy so that y'all are satisfied with my parenting plan. I'm 23 years old, making my own parenting plan without the courts, because I'm a fucking adult. I'll handle shit.
And you're co-parenting, which is something that a lot of people cannot do. So you're very, very smart and lucky that it's going smoothly, that there isn't a need for that.
Shit,
that's not
I'm
always the
still
case.
married to my baby daddy. I'm married to my baby daddy of 16 years, and that motherfucker, we can't co-parent worth a damn. And we live together.
Sydney, let me tell you something about Sydney. Sydney is 23 years old. She is young, but Sydney is very mature for her age. She has a very good head on her shoulders, and she takes care of her baby. And she's a damn good mother. Roxy's a damn good grandmother and mother. And like you guys coming on here and saying all this shit, you do not know them. You don't know their life. You know nothing about them. So for you to have your fucked up, twisted opinion and try to make it into a fact is irrelevant as fuck, because it's not the truth at all. And everybody knows it but you, because you're too dumb and blind to actually pay attention and listen.
They're getting information from Roach. I mean, honestly, how much does she know? Is Roach in my house? Absolutely not. This is the second year she's had a protection order on me in a row.
You can't trust a cockroach. You can step on them motherfuckers and they still get up and run.
It's just, it's dumb at this point. Like, I'm not gonna keep going over my ex. I want to put this out here one more time. Keyword ex, and he's not. Let me clarify records wise. He is not my baby daddy. My baby daddy lives in a different town.
And just for the record, I live in a town that has 6 blocks in it. Of course, Sydney's close to me. Of course
And
she is.
I never once was married.
Never.
I've never been married. You will never find a marriage certificate out here, ever, for me.
Whoever said you were married?
Wreck it. Next. Hold on, let me look.
Yeah, look at it real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I think...
Next. Wreck it. I was not underage when I met my ex. I was 19, 20, maybe 20.
Well, yeah, because your kid was 3, right?
Yeah, I met him like a couple months after my son was born is when I met him.
So if you know how to count and the kid is 3 and you're 23, that would mean that you were impregnated when you were 19 or 20.
She got pregnant when she was 18 and had him when she was 19.
Okay, so impregnated at 18 or 19, had the baby. I don't understand how the math works in other sides of the internet.
Because I don't know how to add.
Because it's called mething and not mathing, okay? Right, it's called mething, not mathing, okay?
Okay. But yeah, that doesn't even make sense. You were over legal age when you were impregnated. You've never been married to the person who impregnated you or to anyone else other than me. And our divorce was finalized a while ago. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's dumb. Like the record lies, you know. And I was not his victim. There was let me specify for my ex's charges. I do not condone what happened for one, but I believe that he is not guilty of that. Now, not everybody else has to agree with that, but I personally myself believe he's not. I've read the charges, I've read the fucking story, and then I listened to his story, and it was up to me to decide if that was true or not. Now, I've never had my kid around him. Let me put that out there.
Why is that
my
though?
kid around him. For
Why
the people
is that
say I
though?
bring my kid over here, around the way. And
Why
then,
is that though,
so,
Sydney?
I actually know the answer to that. Sydney does not bring her kid around random men until she knows that it's going to be some sort of relationship. That is how Sydney is. She's not just going to have guys in and out of her son's life.
Like I
Yeah,
have
she's not introducing her son to Uncle whoever every other fucking day.
I
No, that's not like.
I got a boy
That's
toy
not
that,
Sydney.
I got a boy toy that I'm talking to sleeping in the bedroom right now, and I'm not bringing my son around him until I know for a fact that shit ain't like bye, come back, see you when I'm ready, because I don't want my son to get attached to that. You know what I mean? Like,
I was a hoe back in the day, and I did that to my kids, and I think that it was very upsetting to them. Seeing them now, knowing how they like, you know, some of the things that Sydney has told me, you know, I done fucked up as a parent. I'm not always a good parent, and she doesn't want the same thing that happened to her to happen to her son, and him to fall in love with daddy number 4 this month. You know what I mean? I'll admit I was a hoe. I got you. I was that, you know, but.
Can I say something? Listen, none of us, if you sit up here and say that you're a perfect parent, you're a damn lie. None of us are perfect, and we don't know what we don't know. So
there's no such thing as a perfect parent.
Right. And to sit up here and say that Roxy said she, made some mistakes or whatever, as all of us have, but that just goes to show that they've clearly learned from the things and they're changing, and that's why they do not let Sydney's son around him. Nothing to do with anything else. So it needs to stop being twisted into something that it's not. She's just trying to protect her son until she knows something serious.
I need to stop.
Just like she would with any other fucking man. It has nothing to do with him being RSO or her believing his charges or believing he would. It's any man or woman that she would be in a relationship with, or doing the dirty with.
Not right now,
like,
AP.
It just
I'm protective of my son. I don't want him to get attached to somebody and then be hurt. AP, no. So then, like, it's baffling to me. This shit is baffling. Don't, and you know what? You know what Jess had to learn? The original Savages had to learn? Jess and Wendy, to be exact. The other ones I don't talk to, but you can be my friend and not support something else in my life. Like, let's say I drink and you don't like that I drink. Okay? You can still be my friend, but not support that I drink. You could be my friend and not support that I was with a pedophile. You can support that.
Because at the end of the day, Sid, you didn't do it. I love you for you and you only.
AP,
you know what I mean?
AP, you were one of the motherfuckers lying. You said that was my baby daddy. Don't come out here like this, AP. Come on now. You was the one who said he was my baby daddy.
I mean,
right, he was.
I wasn't around when all this came out, but I honestly, I wouldn't have gave a fuck, because it doesn't, whether she's with him or isn't with him or whatever, or was with him or wasn't with him, whatever the case was back when all this shit happened, that I was not around for, like, it wouldn't have mattered, because I would have, just like Jessica said, I'm not the one that's got to sleep with him or kiss him or be in public with him or whatever. That's on Sydney.
Yeah. Nobody else.
And our friendship is the type of friendship that if we all did meet up one day and we said, hey, Sid, I know we're all bringing our spouses, but we're not really comfortable with him because we're bringing the kids too. Like, Sydney would be like, oh, okay.
I would have no
Now,
issue.
mind you, it's ex. He is her ex. we're talking hypothetical here, Wreck-It. Hypothetically,
Yes,
if they were still, yeah, let's get that straight. Like, I'm talking about, had I still been around, like, or if she was still with him, it wouldn't fucking matter.
It wouldn't. Even if I was still with him, hypothetically, Wreck-It, it wouldn't matter because one, is he on this app? Do you talk to him? One, have you talked to him? I haven't seen an account pop up for him yet.
Here's the thing though. You're not with him.
I'm not.
So,
this is hypothetical though, but if I was, it's nobody's fucking business.
Right. It's nobody's business, but it's just people out here make everything their business. This is what I mean by staying in your own fucking lane and not crossing over, because when you cross over, big crashes happen. Mind your business. I don't give a fuck what happens in your house unless I physically see a kid being hurt. I could care less what goes on in your house because that's your business.
Well, here's my question though. The man's not on the app. It has never been on the app, has no interest in being on this app. So what are they raising awareness about? What does the world need to know about? He's not on the internet.
And he's not actively offending either. He did his time. He's doing what he's got to do, on the registry, doing everything he needs to do, working his ass off. What business is it of anybody else's what he's doing, what he got going on if he's not actively offending? That's what I don't understand.
Okay, so here's the thing. Some people have nothing in their life to bitch about. So they grab on to anything that they can to
Sydney,
bitch about.
mod me. Give me superpowers.
Have you been seeing a couple of those things? Can you comment real quick, Meme? I seen a few of these things. Oh wait, never mind, Meme. You don't need to. I got it. I've been seeing a few things come in there, a few accounts that I was like,
And I mean, that's fine and dandy. If they're bored fucking housewives that have nothing better to do with their lives than stir up trouble, why don't you fucking do some research and stir up trouble for the whole fucking trailer park full of fucking, called P3DO Park in St. Pete, Florida, that's like yards away from a fucking daycare? How about you do some research on that?
We're talking about people that were so bored last night that they created a massive snap call that had over 50 people in it that was just dumb as hell.
I wish I was in it.
Not me, man.
damn, I wish I was in there.
Well, I heard they blocked everybody out as soon as they went in.
No, not as soon as they went in, but it was, I don't want to share Barbie's fun, but Barbie booted rodeo mom out of it. Funny as hell.
And this is all dumb. Like, I mean, I do shitty things. Like on this app, I talk shit. Like, don't worry about that. If I say some shit. I will say some shit. So you don't have to lie on me to trash me. Like, I do enough on my own. You don't gotta lie. You don't gotta lie to kick it. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie, Chris. You ain't gotta lie.
But Sid, I want to know where Lens gets off saying all that shit. Like, she is completely twisted, and I think she's doing it for camo.
She's doing it for attention. She's doing it for attention because she's a pick-me bitch that didn't get picked in our group. And just like when y'all fucking said, like, I remember when y'all fucking got sent the screenshot. I forget who got sent the screenshot of her running her mouth about me in that one live. But I remember when it got shared to us or whatever, and I was like, really? That bitch really gonna run her mouth about me? And little does she know, like 3 or 4 days ago, I was taken up for her saying she wasn't fucking, but apparently she was a fucking bitch. Okay. I got your number, bitch. I got you, Lenslu.
Do y'all see me? The fuck? I'm pretty as hell. Kim, I know you're mad jealous, baby. I know you are. Maddie, I know
I'm fine as fuck.
Bitch.
Even with my shaved ass head.
Cow, bitch. I know you're jealous of me. Lie again.
Even being white as paper, I'm still fine as fuck. Even with a shaved ass head, I'm still fine as fuck. And ain't nobody gonna tell me otherwise. You know why? It's called self-confidence, baby. Why don't you get some?
And it's all about confidence. Baby, y'all didn't think I knew about it, but I do. Ask a friend. Sydney's chocolate chips. Y'all already know what it is. I have a whole support team behind me. Y'all don't understand. People like me for the person I am. For the person I am, what I do, what I stand up for. That's what people like me for. They like me for my mind. Not because I'm out here and I jump from group to group to group. Because, bitch, trust and believe, I've been with the same people I've been with from the jump.
Facts.
When I first started
We
going
all
live.
have.
So it ain't me getting tossed around, flipped around. Maddie, Camo, Wreck It.
How many times